It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
Apparently count to 10, so you slowly.
What can I do for you?
Shameful how insufficient the police presence is in this bar. Tell me, have you had any trouble lately?
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored.
Hey, birds.
As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Quite the collection. I may have something to add to it. Typical vacuous consumerist objects. Honestly, I think some of your selections are, press your fingers to your lips, more tasteful than others. This business plan is all over the place. You should specialize, zoom in, recapitalize.
If you don't mind, please put the flashlight away. Some of us have photonic sensitivities.
Entertained? He might be high. If he is, on what?
He's very high, and if yes, then what's he on?
Okay.
Oh, come on, another snake eyes?
High. Whatever it is, you've probably done it, and many other things besides. But you can't cut through the jumble of sensations to get to the answer.
Might try to sell you a lamppost. I don't know if it's possible to have enough money to buy it.
Looking at his wares, talking to him, that might give you more clues.
There's something I'd like to guns, like the ones carried by cops. You might be able to aid our investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Know anything about the recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business, bad for everyone.
He doesn't know anything.
Actually,
the pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
Something I'd like to sell.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Steps in, hands him the spinners.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump a mesk banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
The lieutenant explains as the pawnbroker opens the register and cancels.
Of course. I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you. Do come again.
Thank you.
He takes the cash. And
here's the 130 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
The rest is for him, to compensate for the pain of being separated from his radiant spinners.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
And the pawnbroker turns to you. I have a fascinating photo of a corpse here.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
I could sell the antique. My grave. I have a fascinating photo of a corpse here. I don't have anything to sell at the moment.
Another time, perhaps.
By the way, do you happen to have any guns?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
Her.
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh God.
Oh, mate. There's any no hookups. Any percent no hookups is definitely a speedrun strat for someone. Was any percent no hubcap speedrun?
The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another.
Right, I sold you my gun. Fire replacement 2. At least now I know how to. I lost my sidearm.
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig,
Oh, with electric industry.
which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit
I always listen to electric chemistry.
obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her.
That's how I had cigarettes
Truth be told, she was terrifying.
and alcohol.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
There's only one explanation. She must be one of my rabid fans. Maybe she's a vigilante, wants to prove she can do our jobs better than we can. I don't like it either. What if she intends to commit a crime and blame it on the citizens' militia?
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the force. We have to find out.
He looks around, worried. Wait, I sold you my gun?
You, You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia. And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off-the-charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
Any idea where I can
My
find
apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it right now. You'll just have to hope Everard wasn't lying, and the Union can track her down in time.
have people from Everard Clare's Union come here to track the gun?
Maybe. Shady-looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it. They went their way. It was a trip, but you know, all sorts of people come here, asking for all sorts of things.
Wait, then it might be true. Everard's claims.
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
People as oleaginous as Everard seem like they're lying, even when they're really being truthful.
Of course.
I wanted to ask about my missing gun again. I have a business to take care of now.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
We have a truly cool figurine.
Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say foul.
The bed and the sprays keep agreeing with me. What is this?
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider. The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head.
He points at the decapitated
50 cents.
figurine.
Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
He lost his cap when he lost his head. Perhaps he's looking for the head.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
That's what the figurine's in rags.
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
Point at the knights on horseback. These are Franco-Nigerian cavalry.
I used to be very serious about my Franco-Nigerian knights.
Looks at the dusty figurines in a dim light.
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers.
Yeah,
they
absolutely
are very
worth it.
wielding swords
I completely
and
believe in luck
bayonets.
and don't think that it's just a poorly defined definition of chaos. Wait, this looks like Rene, the old guy who was playing... No.
This is what the loyalists looked like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflage.
Point at the blue figurine. What exactly are
Which
these?
one? Ah, royalist soldiers from the time of the Revolution. The uniforms are painted a bit too brightly, I suppose.
Inspect the figurines and
This
rags.
set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
Point at the figurines and rags. Even these
You're
soldiers?
probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers. Revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
It's impossible to win against the cohorts of capital. Rearshipped. Rule new wants as it stands. I cannot comment.
I don't like either set very much, to be honest. But there are many parents among my customers.
The 6 got the awesome lucky figurine. Yeah, you're not wrong. This game is... I really like it.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted...
Yeah, okay, no, I'm going to try and sort out someone to live. Because I've got money now. I can pay off my debt. And paying off my debt makes me a good person. That's what life is paying off debts. Paying off debts and being a good person. And looting. Let's not forget looting.
Can I help you?
There.
Yes. Have you got
Have your money.
well?
Here it is, sorry for the trouble. Slam on the counter, hope you choke on it.
Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow. The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
Need a drink. Can you
Do
put me
I
on?
have a shaker in...
It's not a shaker. It's
Am I wearing a little boat? Am I...
because he's not a bartender.
'Cause you're not
That's
bartending.
right. I'm the cafeteria manager.
Play it calm. This man needs to
You don't
understand
understand the
you
seriousness
need a
of
drink to
alcohol.
help the community deal with
Fine then,
these.
I had something else.
Like
in it.
what?
Bye. So actually got 2 things to spend. One of them's going to be conceptualization. So what I've got as a place to stay.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Good night.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Alright, let's go.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
I didn't know you smoked, Kim. How do you think today went?
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that
Great
cigarette.
idea. I think I'm going to have one too.
Your call, detective. Again, I only have exactly one every night.
There's a steady stream of smoke. When do you get so cool,
I mean,
Kim?
this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will and unhealthy.
It's the ash.
Yet, were he to quit, he would lose the cool factor. This man relishes his cool quite a bit, Pilato.
Right then, the debrief.
Yes, it's been a long and eventful day.
How do you think today went?
Well, we didn't really look at the body,
This is,
but we performed a thorough search of the premises of the crime scene. That's great.
I generally prefer to start with searching the scene and then move on to dealing with dead bodies. I'm doing more today, I'm just not a very good cop, am I? Say nothing.
It's not my job to evaluate your methodology, officer. I'm just going through the facts. As for the interviews, we conducted an interview with Everard Clare. He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information, however.
He's not saying much on the matter because he thinks you could have gotten more out of Everard.
I can get him to tell us more.
Claire also helped you, how should I say, remember your name? That's a relief.
Big relief. That's a very serviceable name too. I don't know how I feel about that.
That's normal. It's best not to give it too much thought.
Fair. I just hope gets you solid brain man. Yeah, absolutely is. Sometimes the detective just needs a hug, and I'm pretty sure because Hirogi would give him one. It's not that kind of moment.
We tried to interview the Wild Palms rep, but she asked us to do something for her first. Fine, so be it. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us.
If Kim is emphasizing something this much, it really must be important.
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow.
I don't like to waste time, you know. My mind moves fast. The rest has to try to keep up. I want to raise money for charity. Yeah, that's just how we roll in Precinct 41. I don't know why I do the things I do, Lieutenant.
Alright, and forgive me, this has been bothering me since this morning. How have you managed to run around all day wearing only one shoe?
On my penance, I punished myself. I couldn't find my other shoe and I refused to wear shoes that aren't as cool as the shoes I'm wearing. My work comes first. I did notice it, but you wouldn't let me put them
Imagine
together.
how much faster you could run wearing a cool patent leather shoe on each foot.
So what are our powers exactly in the RCM?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offences, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
1,000? Why not more? Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse? Abuse?
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
Okay, what
We
else?
can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station call slip. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
See if someone resists.
As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power.
Wait, so if I kill someone while on duty, what happens to the power people we convict?
We don't convict. We arrest.
Yeah,
and
I
send
completely
them to
did go
coalition
without a
government
shoe.
forces in Courant and La
It
Défense.
wouldn't let me put them together. I
Prosecution
didn't
works
do the
off our
thought bubble bit,
testimonies
so,
on record,
and it wouldn't let
which
me
is
go
why
back
it's
and put them
paramount to
together.
keep them.
Taps in his coat pocket where he keeps his notes. Who makes all these?
The coalition government, and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less.
This case is absently fixed on a window below that just went
Or
up.
perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
Let's say it was the
It's
coalition.
probably more honest, yes. Either way, the moral intern leases us the right to keep the peace in this city, and they will take it away if we misuse it.
Or if they think you do.
Moralitin, what is that?
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
If I didn't know, how would you describe it?
They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
Opinion, what do you think of them?
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
What do they what is their symbol?
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Something kind and usual. Something almost self-explanatory. Something even a little feminine, but in a strict manner. Something like the dark blue, serious color of the early
Strict
night sky
feminines.
above.
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago.
Those others say they continue the humanist project set forth by Dolores Day.
Who was
A
the
historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
I have an opinion.
Do you?
Touches his brow and pulls on a cigarette. There's a slim white thing in his finger. Things are bad out there in Point de the City. We need them here, giving us the right to police forever show. An awful job here. Have you seen the place? This isn't humanism. The stooges of the world's biggest bourgeois organization protecting bourgeois rights. Mutter silently, immigrants, liberal kips, fucking men are turning into women. On second thoughts, I don't have an opinion.
We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes.
Actually, vigilantes is okay with me. Yeah, vigilante sounds bad. Maybe we should make our own law.
Then you will adore Martinez. For many of these people, the Union especially, vigilantes is precisely what we are. Personally, I don't enjoy it much.
Say nothing, just look into
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. An aerostatic passes overhead, the whiskers of its floodlights on the ground below. Kitsuragi's glasses light up as he looks to the sky. 2 glowing circles.
They really don't like us here. The Union, the teenagers too. It's different in land. In Jamrock and the GRIH.
Pulls on the cigarette. What are they?
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our 2 precincts.
And in Jamrock and the GIRH?
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land.
He looks at the dark silhouette of the equestrian monument cutting into the mud.
It's incredibly hard. Human beings are...
Shakes his head.
But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
Hope our investigation will help improve the situation here, at least do some good.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
He is very tired, but the dark circles under his eyes make him look younger, not older.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
No, let's go. He puts out the stub of his cigarette, looks to the door.